Okay, so today we're going to talk about the volume of a composite solid. So, what is a composite solid? What does that exactly mean? Well, a composite solid is pretty much an object that's made up of more than one type of solid that is kind of pieced together and made into a whole part. Now, in order for us to find the volume of a composite solid, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to decompose or kind of break up the solids into different parts, different things that we could actually take the volume of, and then either combine them at the end or, if need be, subtract them out. And we're going to get into that and the specifics of that in a second. First, let's take a look at example number 4 here. So it says Tanya uses cube-shaped beads to make jewelry. Each bead has a circular hole through the middle. Find the volume of each bead. So first and foremost, because it's telling us that the bead, which is made of a rectangular prism, and again, a rectangular prism is pretty much a rectangle that's three-dimensional, right? So you have a length here, you have a width, okay? And then obviously in this case, the height is going to be 12. Okay, so for our sake and purposes, what we're going to do is we're going to separate this into two pieces. We're going to have a rectangular prism, and we're going to have the cylinder, which goes in the middle. Okay, for our rectangular prism, the formula to find a rectangular prism is pretty simple. It's the length times the width times the height. In this case, it's pretty much just going to be 12 times 12 times 12, or in other words, 12 cubed, which is going to give us an answer of 1,728. Okay, and that's millimeters cubed. And then for the cylinder, so if we can see here, the cylinder is in this middle part here, and it's telling us that we have a diameter of 2. So we're going to have to calculate, well, we already know what the volume of a cylinder is going to be, right? Volume is equal to pi r squared times the height. Or in other words, volume is equal to pi times the radius, which in this case, if the diameter is 2, the radius is going to be 1. In other words, 1 squared times the height, which in this case we said is 12. Let's simplify everything we can here. So we're going to do volume is equal to pi times 1 squared, which is going to be basically just 1 squared, which is 1, times pi, which is pi, and then pi times 12, which is going to give us an answer of 37.7. And again, that's millimeters cubed. Now, here's the quick question that we need to figure out. It says to find the volume of each bead. Well, it has a circular hole in the middle, and that's represented by this cylinder. So in order for us to find the volume of the bead, we're going to take the volume of the rectangular prism and subtract it by the volume of the cylinder. So let's do that now. So we're going to take 1,728 and subtract it by 37.7. And we're going to get a grand total of 1,690.3, and that's going to be cubic millimeters or millimeters cubed. Now, not every question is going to be like that, and I'm going to tell you, scroll down in a second. I'm just going to erase this. And again, this is our final answer. Okay. All right, if we scroll down, we take a look here. And this video is actually going to end, so I'm going to do a part 2 to this video. Just click on the next one coming up shortly.